Shut up and sit down.
Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of my budget D90 video. In the last one you saw me unboxing it, and I've got to say, going through the parts since I unboxed it, I'm totally blown away with what you get from this kit. It is very detailed, and if it goes together as good as it looks, then I should have a decent 110 scale RC on my hands. The next step, of course, is putting some paint on, which I intend to do today. Now, first of all, I'm going to prime it. Now, a lot of people will tell you only use model primer like Tamiya coat and that sort of thing, which is a little expensive for the amount that you get. I am just using standard car paint, which I have used on my other RC cars. I'm coating them first with plastic primer, which is also a vehicle paint, but it's the sort of stuff that you use if you've damaged your bumper or something like that, and then going over it with a genuine Land Rover colour, according to the lid anyway. Before I did that, the first thing, and probably one of the most important things to do before you paint any model, is to give it a really good wash in some warm soapy water. This is because when they actually mould something like this, it is obviously in a master mould, and they'll put a lump of plastic in, and then something comes in at the side, heats it up, and it melts the plastic into this shape. So that the plastic doesn't stick to the mould, they coat it in a releasing agent, and I'm sure that there is somebody out there who didn't know that. There may be somebody out there in the world who doesn't watch as much Discovery Channel as me. But yeah, this releasing agent, it stops the mould from actually, the plastic sticking to the mould, and means that they can get it away nice and easy, and you also get a nice smooth finish, which you can see on the top. That's because of the release agent. The release agent leaves like a greasy film over it though. And sometimes, as I found to my peril when I was painting my trailer, it does actually affect the paint. It's a bit like, I suppose, oil and water. The two don't mix. So I've made sure that I've given this a really good wash. I've also washed these parts as well, because yet again these are going to have the release mould agent on them. I'm now going to go and have a bit of a detailed look around it so that I can sand down the bits like this and check out, just in case there's any more little bits, any rough edges that need doing. I can see a little tiny bit around there, but that's about it really. It is really good, as I know I keep saying, but I am really impressed with it. I'm leaving these parts on the tree so that it gives me somewhere to hold as I'm spraying them, and then I do actually have a bit of touch-up paint that if they do actually look like they need it, then I can actually touch them up at a later date. But with a glove on, I can hold that, give it a good spray, and make sure that I get all of the article covered. Same with that one. So I'm not going to show you me sanding it down, but the other thing I've done is, as well, I've actually put my primer into a bowl of warm water so that the paint is a little bit warmer before I actually put it on. And again, that's another tip that I picked up from a Discovery Channel programme, because apparently it makes the paint adhere to the surface a bit better, and I have found it does work. So now that the body is degreased, I'm going to sand it down, and then what we'll do is I will take you into the garage, we'll set the camera up, and you can see me actually laying some paint down. So we'll see you in a little while. Right, hi you guys, just come in the garage to sand it down, and I've noticed these little holes where the windows fit in. Now that's not good for me, because they also have the recesses for the windows to fit in. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to sand those off and then glue the windows in place once they're sanded. As you can see, I've got a few to do, so I'm going to sand those off now and then we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start doing it now. Right, as you can see, they've been sanded down. Not the best job, but then, you know, I'm not a professional model builder. But it's good enough for me. Obviously, the more time you take on it, the better it'll be. But hopefully, once the glass is in and it's painted, all of these little edges here will disappear behind the glass. That's the plan, anyway. So, this is the paint I'm using. Liquid primer, plastic primer grey spray paint. No runs, no drips, excellent adhesion. It's been warmed up, giving it a good shake. Always use this in a well ventilated room, and I know you can't see at the moment, but the doors behind me to the garage are actually wide open, so there is plenty of air in here. As you can see, I'm wearing eye protection. I'm not going to wear a mask because this is such a well ventilated room, and because I'm not a slave to health and safety, I make my own mind up. So, here we go. Oh, the other thing is as well, so that I don't have to touch it, I've got it sat on this big paint bucket, so that I can literally just turn that round and haven't got to worry about touching the body while it's drying. So, as I say before, here we go. Right, these are the other pieces that I'm going to be spraying. Put those down on the table. One thing I did want to show you before I started spraying is this. This is the front windscreen, and as you can see, it's got the little air vents there, but they're actually moulded into the plastic, the clear plastic. So what I've done is I've actually masked off both sides, and I will go over this with primer as well. So let's see how we do. And that should do that. Now then, in an incident which I can only consider was brought on by my severe case of man flu, I had a mild brain fart. This resulted in me deleting the video of me actually spraying the matte black on the wheel arches after I'd masked the body off, because, as I've said before, it's going to be two-tone. So here are a couple of pictures that I actually managed to take of the vehicle while it was masked off. Here you can see the wheel arches nicely masked off. Here is the roof after that was sprayed with the first coat, and here's the back. As you can see, I masked off where the roof goes around the top of the door so that it would have a little bit of definition. And here's what the vehicle actually looked like after it had masked off. As you can see, it's a little bit messy around the wheel arches and in various places, but that didn't bother me because I was going to take more care when I actually put the colour on. This is the interior, which I pre-assembled and painted again to add a little bit of colour to it. Went with a silver motif in the inside. You can see the decals that I've also put on the sticker. Sorry, the decals that I've put on the dashboard. And now, without further ado, we'll get back to the video where I actually sprayed the main colour on the body. I will actually say it was pitch black, it was freezing, so it's not the best quality video that I've ever done. But again, I'm going to put that down to mild brain fart brought on by severe man flu. So here we go. Right, this is the time now. We're going to put on the red coat. It's all masked off, as you can see. So let's see how we do. So I've warmed the paint up in some warm water and I've just had the heating on it. Right, so without further ado, here we go. There she is. And now to peel off some of the masking tape and see what it looks like. That's looking quite good. I'm very, very pleased with that. Very pleased indeed. Just a little bit of tidying up. So, thanks for watching this video. If you did like it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and a like. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to my channel because I'll be adding another couple of videos as I progress with the build on this. And until next time, thanks very much for watching.